Hi everybody, welcome back to MTG Openings. We're here with our Fate Reforged sealed booster box opening number 2. So I recorded my first video. I went over each of the rares individually. This time I'm just going to show you the rare. I'm not going to read them. I did that because, you know, a lot of people watch the first box and don't know, and not everyone knows the cards. By now you might know the cards just from that video or other videos, or you know, you don't care because you've seen the spoilers. Just like the first video, we're going to open the first pack and talk about, and I'm going to show it, and I'm going to ask you in the comments below to let me know what you think is the first pick. So this is obviously, I don't know what's in it either. So we've got an Abzan Advantage, Avian Surveyor, Typhoid Rats, Ethereal Ambush, Dragon Bell Monk, Smoldering Ifrit, Return to Earth, Great Horn Kushak, Goblin Heel Cutter, Ambush Krotik, Teamer Sabertooth, Cloud Form, Wandering Champion, and our rare is Dromoka the Eternal, with Scour Barrens as their land. So, what is the first pick? It's actually a pretty interesting pack, I think. So, leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think the first pick is, and we're gonna dive right in here. So Dromoka is our first rare. So nice one. I really like Dromoka. He might be the best dragon in limited. I mean, he's a 5 to cast 5/5. Kind of hard to beat that. And then if he's alone, he's a 7/7, or he makes your other guys bigger. Next rare, Flame Rush Rider, and a Bloodfell Caves. Flame Rush Rider, he's not bad. I think a 3/3 body is a little too weak. I mean, his dash is only 4, so I mean, he could technically be a 4-drop, but I don't know. I still don't like him very much, to be honest. We got a Mastery of the Unseen. That's our next rare, and a Windscarred Crag. And at the end of this video, I'll go over some of the highlights of the rares. Instead of going through all of them like I did last time as well. Mastery of the Unseen's not bad and limited. It's okay, but I don't know if it's a great for a 4-mana sync all the time. Next rare is Wild Call and Rugged Highlands. So let me just put this back in here. I'm gonna just get the highlighted cards out, so don't want to get confused here. Everyone likes their Reach of Shadows there. I played it to much strength at my midnight pre-release. I actually had 2 of them. I like that. Our rare here is a Ghastly Conscripts. It's a mythic. It's our second one. Oh, it's our first one of this box, sorry. And a Jungle Hollow. That's a mythic, I guess. Get that out. Next pack here. I love how they made these packs easier to open, since I think it was all of Theros, really. Anyway, Ghastly Conscript, it's okay. I wish it did a little more, either both players' graveyards or all the cards in the player's graveyard. That might be a little better. We've got an Outpost Siege as our rare. There's also a Valorous Stance in this pack, and a foiled Dragon Bell Monk. Let's see what else we get in these other packs here. I'm excited to be opening this on the night of the release. I enjoy putting these videos up. Hope you guys like them too. I guess, and I'm looking forward to drafting this set this coming week. I won't get to do it this weekend, but that's okay. There will be plenty of time for me to draft. Our rare is Flamewake Phoenix, so that's a pretty good one. And a Windscarred Crag. So Flamewake Phoenix, I think, is going to see some constructed play. It's not bad and limited. It's certainly, I wouldn't call it a limited bomb. I mean, it's still good, of course. You would still take it 2/2 flyer for 2, and it comes back. But it's definitely, I think, going to see play, at least in standard. I mean, obviously mono red's always a thing, but even in other places. So we'll see if I'm right about that. We got a Torrent Elemental. It's our second mythic. I got a Torrent Elemental, and our land is another Windscarred Crag, which apparently is the only land we're allowed to open.
I got a Torrent Elemental at the pre-release. That one blue is nice instead of any more. I mean, obviously it costs 4, but 4 more, but it can be any color, so that's nice. You can splash him, or you can be in your colors. I was playing Jeskai. Definitely played the Torrent Elemental. When he saw play and I wasn't behind, I definitely liked him. I mean, I never got to bring him back, but he was still pretty good. Next rare is Tassigar, so I think he's going to see constructive play for sure. We got a Thornwood Falls. He's pretty strong, I think. You can get him out for 1 mana, and even besides that, his ability is nice, especially if you deal away any irrelevant cards, and all you want to get is spells. So if you can mill some land or any other good spells with his second ability, or I guess it's his only ability, it definitely would be nice. Our next rare is a Crux of Fate. Black board wipes are always power in a Jungle Hollow. Black board wipes are always strong, I think anyway. So pretty cool to see that one in there. That's another card I got in one of my pre-releases. It never once for me was pay 5, destroy target dragon, but it definitely helped when I was behind at the beginning. I mean, I was playing Mardu, so it was a little fast, but sometimes my opponent would have a faster start, maybe a Jeskai player or something. I wouldn't call it a blowout most of the time, but it was definitely good. Our next rare, Monastery Siege, the Blue Siege. I like this one. I think it's the second best one. We got a foil Gorswine and a Swiftwater Cliffs. I'm happy with these rares so far. Pretty strong. I mean, this will be the last of the first 12 packs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of them I pulled out as highlightable rares, so that's fun. Let's see if we can keep it going here. I do like Monastery Siege. Like I said, it's my second favorite siege behind the white one. So we got Dagatar the Adamant, it's a Con, and a Tranquil Cove. I think that's another good one to highlight there. I made a +1/+1 EDH deck with Anafenza as the general when Cons came out, and it plays a few Evolve guys for the +1/+1 counters, and it plays a few other things. It does stuff with guys with +1/+ counters, not from Cons. I liked it. She was okay. She didn't do much for the synergy. But now Dagatar exists, so I switched to him, and it seems like it's a lot more powerful, even just with that change. We got a Soul Flayer as our next rare, and a Thornwood Falls. Soul Flayer is not bad. I think it's first pickable. I mean, it can be a 2 to cast 4/4. I mean, you're not going to get that turn 2, of course, but it's still pretty good. And obviously, if you have any abilities, like, I mean, flying is, the one that stands out the most in your graveyard, then you're going to get a cheap 4/4 flyer. I do like the thought of that. At my pre-release, he was once a 6 to cast 4/4 with no ability, but that's alright. Next rare, Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. So, he's another mythic. That's our 3rd mythic, I believe, this box already. He's the only Planeswalker. He is obviously amazing. He's 8 to cast. I mean, you're going to take him if you open him in Limited. If anyone ever passes it, they're nuts. Just for the sheer fact of owning an Ugin. I am a huge fan. I don't know where he goes yet in my collection, whether he goes in my cube or he goes in one of my EDH decks or neither of those places. I'm not a big standard player, so I don't know if I have to worry about that, but he is awesome. I am happy to see him. There he is, Ugin the Spirit Dragon, and Bloodfell Caves. So, definitely excited about an Ugin. So, it makes me happy to see that. Heck, there's hope to open a second one. I'm not holding my breath about that. He's awesome. He obviously, he's 8 mana. He starts with 7 loyalty. All of his abilities are relevant pretty much all the time. Like I said, you open it, you take it. You're never going to get one past you. So we got an Ojutai, Soul of Winter as our next rare. Ojutai and a Blossoming Sands. Ojutai is a 7 to cast, 5/6 flyer, vigilance, and gravy abilities. Basically does more than that. I mean, you're gonna first pick that. I think 2 colors isn't nearly as bad as 3 colors, like when you open a Cons rare that was 3 colors, like Mantis Rider. I still think she's good. I mean, you have to get to 7, you have to do a little work to build around her, but I still think Ojutai is sweet. So we got a Jeskai Infiltrator as our next rare. I like Jeskai Infiltrator. I don't know if I call it a highlight, but it's definitely decent. And it pretty, I mean, for limited, of course. I mean, I don't know if the application is standard. That's one of those. That's one of the cards I'm just going to flat out say I have no idea what's going to happen in Construct with it. I mean, it probably won't do much, but he's better than he looks when you think about what he can do on turn 3. We got a Shaman of the Great Hunt as our next, in our next rare spot. Obviously, he's mythic. I like him. He's a 4-to-cast 4/2. We got another Tranquil Cove. That 2 toughness kind of holds him back a little bit, I think. But I mean, it's another one of those cards. You're not gonna pass it, right? I mean, he's 1 color. He has relevant. He has haste. He gets bigger if for some reason they don't have a blocker. I mean, you play that turn 4 and they don't have something down. I mean, they're probably gonna have a morph in draft, but you never know. And then that second ability, you know, draws you cards. I mean, he obviously activates himself, so it's awesome. Next rare, Teamer War Shaman. 4/5 for 6, and you get extra cards. And we got a foil Gurmag Angler and a Dismal Backwater. So obviously, I mean, I like the Shaman. But anyway, the Teamer War Shaman, also not bad in limited. I mean, it's not going to live anywhere outside of limited. It seems like there's so many cards in this set that are bombs in limited. Maybe they did that for a reason. Maybe they know that everyone likes their bombs when they start their draft. I don't know. Our next rare, Shamanic Revelation. That's Shaman of the Great Hunt, Teamer War Shaman, and Shamanic Revelation in a row, just for those of you at home. There's a foil Hooded Assassin, Bloodfell Caves. Shamanic Revelation, it's fine. I mean, I don't think I take that as a first pick. I mean, I guess if I'm doing like double fate and a cons or triple fate or something, and pack 2 or 3 and I'm in green, maybe I play it. I mean, the life doesn't matter much, but I mean, I don't know. Is that a good 5-mana spell? I guess it's fine. I don't know. I guess maybe I'll lose to it in a draft and be upset, and then see it's a little more powerful than I thought. But until then, I don't think it's strictly. I'll pass that card. Our next rare is Silumgar. That's the blue-black dragon. 3/7 body. Pretty good. Hey, another foil. Sudden Reclamation and a Dismal Backwater. I do like Silumgar. He definitely is, you know, annoying for your opponents to play against. So that's kind of fun. And I mean, like I said, like I've been saying, those legendary dragons, I mean, you don't pass those. They're all good. They're all not that bad to cast. The only one I don't like is the red-green one. Our next rare is Sage Eye Avengers. The double blue and we got our Rugged Highlands. The double blue and Sage Eye Avengers, I guess, could be a bit of a red flag. Do you want to pay 6 mana and do you have 2 blue? But he's a 4/5 with prowess, and I mean, he's got a relevant bounce ability. I like him a lot, I think. I first pick it, but like I said, I think that's the case for most of these. I mean, there's some removal that's good, but I don't know. There's Adakar, World, Render. That's the one dragon I don't like much. It's this 4 down here. That's bad. There's so much removal that gets rid of her. Another foil. It's a Goblin Boom Keg and a Blossoming Sands. We're getting lots of foils here. So I don't like her much. I mean, you know, she's 12 damage in the air. I get that. You know, she's double strike, flying, trample when she's attacking. But I don't know. Throttle kills her. Bathe in Dragonfire kills her, which, by the way, I disagree with, especially since she's in the picture, but whatever. And then, you know, Sandblast kills her. Pyrotechnics kill. There's so many removal spells that killed that 6/4 dragon, I just can't get past it. I don't know. Our next rare is Dragon Scale General and a Swiftwater Cliffs. Dragon Scale General, it's nice, got the bolster, it's Bolster X, it's fun. I had one in my pre-releases. I never saw her, unfortunately, so I didn't get to rate the card, unfortunately. You know, sometimes you put those cards in thinking you want to see what it'll do, just never drew it. So I will have to, I guess, draft her again, not that I'm complaining. Next rare, Mob Rule. I think this is a bomb for sure. I mean, it steals all or half. I mean, half their creatures or better. Thornwell Falls. I'm taking that limited. I don't know about you guys, but it seems good. I mean, stealing massive creatures seems good. I mean, if you have any sort of sacrifice effects, it's even better. If they have more than one creature that's big or flies, I mean, you know exactly what you want to take. We're on to the last third here of our box. No fetch lands yet. I'm hoping to get at least one. We'll see. We got a Palace Siege, Black Siege, and a Scour Barons. This box has been fun so far. I mean, obviously do I have 4 mythics already? 4 mythics are fun. I mean, and Ugin, of course, makes it. Palace Siege is fun. I think it's strictly limited. It's 5 to cast. I feel like at least both abilities do something, but if you don't have any creatures in your graveyard, that's first ability where you get to bring a creature back, kind of mediocre. I think I'll always pick the 2 life swing, especially if you're playing it in a multiplayer game. Our next rare, Mardu Strike Leader. I like him, and we got a Dismal Backwater. I like Mardu Strike Leader. I think he'll see play, not just in limited. I might be wrong about that one. That's kind of one of those fringe cards, maybe. The only bad part about him, of course, is his dash costs 4, so it's turn 4, you're attacking no matter what if you get him in your opening hand and have the land, because he's 3 to cast normally and 4 to dash, so I mean, you're not going to be able to get a 2-1 before turn 4. But, I don't know, if he goes uncontested, he can probably get a little out of control. Our next rare, Rally the Ancestors. This, I think, in my opinion, is one of the worst rares in the set. We got a Forest and a Jungle Hollow, the Forest foil. So, probably one of the worst rares in the set, Rally the Ancestors. You won't see me playing it. I mean, even if you look at this pack, Lotus Chin is better. Harsh Sustenance is questionable. Right into Being, I think, is better. Bathed in Dragonfire. Even the High Priest. Any of those, I think I would take. So, quick story about this foil Forest here. You can only get foil basic lands in your Fate Reforged booster packs. You can get the non-foil ones in the Ugin Fate boosters, which good luck finding any of those after the pre-release weekend, if you've seen some of the prices of those online. And you can also get them from the pre-constructed decks. So, anyway, that's Rally of the Ancestors. I'm more excited about the foil Forest, not gonna lie. Moving on to the next pack here. You see this pile of trash I have next to my seat here. It's pretty funny. Let's see. Our rare is Sandstep Mastodon. Not a bad one. Definitely a limited bomb. I mean, it's 10 power for 7 mana. Oh, there we go. A fetch land. We got a Windswept Heath. So I'm sorry I'm kind of skipping over my Mastodon here. Let's be more excited about a Windswept Heath. It's a fetch land. I'm happy to see it. Sign me up for more. That's all I have to say about that. Alright, took a while to get to that fetch land this time. That's alright, I'm happy I had one. I mean, it looks like, I know that I've read that the Dragon Maze shock lands came in at about 1 per every 22 packs. So you should, if following suit, you should get a fetch land every box, but obviously that's not entirely true. So Archfiend Depravity is our next rare, with Scour Barons. Archfiend, I like to call him the token demon for the set. It seems like every set has a demon that, you know, is cool and costs 5. Sometimes there's more demons and then not all of them are cool. I mean, Blood Gift Demon comes to mind. He's a 5/4 for 5. Now granted, he was from Innistrad and his ability was better because he drew extra cards, but I mean, I still like the Archfiend. It keeps creatures off the board. It makes your opponent not want to play anymore. I had one at the pre-release and he was awesome. So our next rare is another Adhikar the World Render. She is taunting me now. And a Rugged Highlands. Not much I can do about that. Like I said, that dragon, she's my least favorite. She's fine. I mean, I wouldn't fault anyone for taking her. I already have a bunch at this point, so I probably would just pass her right on through. Our next rare is another mythic, Whisperwood Elemental. I do like this guy a lot. I mean, he's giving you he's not giving you card draw, but he's giving you card advantage with his manifest every turn. And this bottom part, you know, just extra, obviously. I like him a lot. We got a Windscarred Crag, which also seems to be a theme in this box. Lots of Windscarred Crags. It's okay. Moving on here, we're getting pretty close to the end. There's 5 packs to go. I'm pretty happy with this box so far. It's definitely different than another box I've opened already too, which is kind of exciting. So nice to see different cards. We got a Crucible of the Spirit Dragon. It's the only rare land in the set. Obviously the fetch lands aren't technically in the set. You can open them, but I mean, there's not much to say on a Blossoming Sands. There's not much to say about Crucible of the Spirit Dragon. I mean, it's strictly a Dragon EDH card. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I guess there's going to be people, casual tabletop players, and that's great. You know, I love those people that like their dragons, especially the people that build the dragon decks that you look at, you're like, wow, this is pretty sweet. You know, you kind of like are glad you don't play tabletop Magic with those people when you see some of those dragon decks. It'll be fun for them. I'm happy they printed a Dragonland, actually. So we got a supplement form as our next rare. Always good to make tokens, and this one does it, or copies of things, and this does it instant speed and bounces the guy. Holy combat trick. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, this pack got even better. It's a foil Shaman of the Great Hunt. So we got him earlier as a mythic, and that's even better. For one of my Cons of Tarkir booster boxes, I actually opened a foil Phoenix. That's kind of funny that I got another red foil mythic in this box. So, wow. Now I'm very happy about this box. Foil mythic that isn't, you know, Ghastly Conscripts or what's the other one I don't like. There's another one that's not very expensive. It's escaping me at the moment, but I am happy to get a Shaman of the Great Hunt foil. I mean, I know the pre-release Teamer could get that as their foil, but you know, it's still a pretty good card, so I'm happy about that. We got a Kulagon, the Storm's Fury is our next rare. Another one of the dragons. We got a Tranquil Cove, it's the land. This one's awesome. I like him. He's got dash. He's fun. He does big things. And he's protector from sorcery speed removal if you know your opponent only has that, or if you draw it and you needed that one, you needed to squeak in a little more damage maybe before your opponent killed you, or gain some life or whatever. His dash ability will do that for you. And if you have another dragon, forget about it. I mean, because don't forget this is +1/+0 to all creatures, not just him. So he's a 5/5 when he attacks, plus anything else gets bigger too. So it's not just dragons, it's not just him, it's awesome. So I do like Kulagon, but I mean I'm a black-red mage, so I'm not gonna lie. Our next rare is Arcbond. This is a really hard card to judge, and we got a Bloodfell Caves. If it's any good, I feel like it's going to be decent, but it's going to be definitely going to depend on the circumstance. It's going to be a situational card for sure. I had one at the pre-release. I didn't play it, but I got a Crux of Fate in that pool too. So of course, Crux of Fate I was going to play over that, especially since I had other on-color rares with that. So our last pack here. We're gonna slow roll it for you a little bit. Always fun to do that sometimes. Our rare is Punished. Scroll of the Masters. Also, in my opinion, not very good. I guess at least it's an artifact. So if you were trying to stay open, it's good. But I mean, just looking at the pack, Ethereal Ambush, Dowsing Gloom, Will of the Naga, just even Destructive Dragon and Jeskai Barricade, Barricade are all, I think, easily pickable over that. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, let's do quick highlights here. So, I mean, I'm a fan of this stack of highlights. I mean, we got, you know, dragons. I mean, a foil Shaman of the Great Hunt, that's a mythic. Whisperwood Elemental, that's a mythic. We got Windswept Heath, Mardu Strike Leader. I got 2 Adhikar, right? I only put one in the stack just for the sake of it being a dragon. Slumgar, there's the other Shaman. There's Ojutai, that's what? 4 of the dragons. Which one do? Oh, and Draboka. We got all 5 dragons. There's an Ugin, of course, he's mythic and he's awesome. Dagatar. I didn't get many of the cons in this box. Monastery Siege, Crux of Fate, Tassigar. There's a Tauren Elemental, Flamewake Phoenix, and a Ghastly Conscript, and then Dramoka. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mythics, 1 foil, 1 Ugin, 2 shamans, another Whisperwood Elemental. Great box, amazing. Throw in, you know, Windswept Heath, Tassigar. I mean, it's a great box. I'm really happy. Better than my first. Not that my first was terrible. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I now have a Facebook fan page as well. I'll put a link in the description. Planning on putting things up there, like, you know, what's the first pick from some packs, whether it's a live draft I'm about to do. Not that I'm going to be able to look at advice, just going to do it and see if my pick at the time was what you would pick. Don't forget that first pack I went over, what's your first pick Share it in the comments below, and be sure, if you haven't watched my first Fate Reforged box opening, go back and watch that one. There will also be a third one I'm gearing up to do here, so be sure to if you like this video, be sure to watch those too. Until next time, guys, thanks a lot.